All righty, I think we're live on YouTube. This is very exciting. So for anybody wondering, this is kind of a test scenario. This is going to be my time trying to run something live in my studio in a way that I want to. Unfortunately, I don't have all the setup I want to have yet. That is all in the mail, but why not get a head start on everything? So I've already run live tests on this to see if it works. So far, it's worked. But I've never actually had an audience. So that's the next step. And I also want to try to get it going on Facebook as well, so people can watch me from Facebook and YouTube. So I got to set up the Facebook bit right now. And actually, I think I don't have my desktop. Oh, no, I do have my microphone going. So, yep, I can see I've got the microphone going. You should be able to hear me, hopefully. Let me know if you can't hear me. That's a big deal. Let me know if you can hear me. I'll type that in the comments here. I am talking for anybody who's watching. All right, so let's get the link going on this. Copy link, close. I'll do Facebook in a little bit. For now, I just want to focus on YouTube. And we'll go from there. Oh, good. So you can hear me. Well, George, you have no idea how excited I am about this. This is going to be much fun. All righty, let me go ahead and get rid of this. I will deal with Facebook in a minute. I just want to throw the YouTube link on there. And because I'm worried that if I try to run Facebook and YouTube, it's going to split the bandwidth between the two. I honestly don't know. And then I'm going to have some issues. Yeah, you should be seeing my desktop, me. I should be in this main scene right now. I'm pretty excited about all this. I really am excited about all this. This is going to be so cool going forward. All righty. Let's see. I got to go to my waste book. God, I hate Facebook. All right. Let me go to. Hi, Clinty. All right. All righty. I'm going to put up a link on good old Facebook. And checking my messages. All righty. So one of the cool things that I can do with this software is, obviously I have only one camera right now. I will have a few more cameras in the very near future. I'm going to be able to place those strategically around and switch scenes. And that's going to be really exciting. So check this out. One of the new things I'm able to do that I'm super excited about with this software is I'm able to actually switch scenes. So now you should be viewing what's going on my computer, and then I should be this little itty bitty tiny thumbnail down there. And this way I can actually share with you things that I look up. So for instance, something I was looking up recently was I was looking up Sea-Doo's new outboard engine. Outboard motor. Google that up. And it's a pretty neat thing. And I've always wanted to share stuff like this. And in the past, it was always really difficult to show this kind of stuff because I'd have to like hold my phone to the computer monitor, and it was super, super cheesy. Oh, let's see. Reach, you said all good. Can hear you, good quality. Happy to hear, because one of the other cool things about this studio setup is I'm actually able to run it through my main microphone, which should pick up everything going on inside the boat. And it should be I paid a decent amount of money for the microphone, so hopefully it's a good microphone. I'm glad you can hear me and I'm not just sounding like garbage. But now, like, something really cool I can do is I can actually show you things that I'm looking up online, like this really intriguing engine that Sea-Doo's building. I've always wanted to talk about it, and I haven't been able to do that because it was really cheesy in the past. And I didn't pick up a lot of traction with my interesting boat videos with Thor. So maybe this can be a way I can start talking about some of the random stuff that I learn and find amongst all of you. It'll be very exciting. All right, Deborah says, can I get you or I can get you on YouTube, but not Facebook. That is right. YouTube, but not Facebook. I can't comment if I go to your YouTube through Facebook. Yeah, a lot of times you're going to have to log on directly to Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. Let's see what happens here. All right, so if I hit this button here, I should be able to create a live broadcast. Live video. Go live. Select. I want to go live, and we're going to pick the appropriate camera here. And so what I'm worried about is it's going to cut the quality because I may not have enough bandwidth to stream to 2 platforms at once. Okay, so Droid Cam, no, that's the wrong source. Streamlabs Virtual Cam. All right, default microphone Yeti. All right. I'll access the camera. Well, unable to find. All right, so yeah, it keeps switching me to the wrong camera for some reason. What the heck? Alrighty. Yeah, so this might be a little one to try to get to go. Facebook can be a little bit of a headache, that's for sure. Oops, lost all my good stuff going on here. There we go. All right, Facebook, where'd you go? Where'd you go? There it is. Webcam settings, and I did enable this, so this should be doing some stuff off screen to see if I can get Facebook to go. Search on startup language accessibility system. Continue, no. Permissions. Site settings, Facebook. Yeah, so Facebook has all of my permissions set to allowed, so they can actually access everything. So Facebook might not be working right now, unfortunately. Oh, there it goes. Hey, what do you know? All right, so I should be able to hit start screen share. Select the tab preview. Window. Webcam. Well, that's strange. Let's see. Entire screen. There we go. All right. But it's not running through my stream software. That's bizarre. How is it doing that? You know, I don't want to finish the Facebook thing right now. I will deal with that later. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to definitely experience that one and learn how to make that one work. So this is pretty exciting. I can obviously answer questions if you have any right now. If you want to ask me anything, I might know, might not, who knows. But it's just really exciting. Now I can kind of hang out with you guys. I can do all sorts of fun and interesting things. Like for instance, I can show you, this really cool engine that I've been looking at. It's really kind of bizarre on these Sea-Doos. Oh my gosh, no, don't do that. That's terrible. Somebody put an outboard on their Sea-Doo. Let's see, Sea-Doo's new motor. Where is it? Their new outboard. It's a really bizarre design. Oh, where did it go? I don't remember what they called it. That's my problem. Trade only, clearing the deck. Okay, the new Rotax outboard, the whole truth. This is actually a pretty good website to look at. I absolutely love these crazy engines and these innovations people come up with. It's definitely something else. I apologize. My computer's a little slow, unfortunately, so I have to give it a few minutes to load a website. Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. I'm watching my network sit here and peak out like crazy. All right. Ooh, yeah, people are not happy about this engine, at least not on this website. That is very true. I know that some people were pretty upset with it. I think it's kind of a crazy idea. Rotax outboard. And if you type comments, I will reply to them. So feel free to type all the comments you like. Here we are. It's so goofy because they put the engine basically underwater. That's a great picture of it right there. Let me switch over to the live scene. All right, so this is a website that's talking about this new Rotax engine, and they literally put it in the water. It's kind of crazy. Let's see how this works. Look at this. The whole engine goes underwater. It's like a really fat, stubby outboard. It's kind of goofy, but it's kind of neat at the same time. I don't see a lot of potential in it, only because I think it's going to be a maintenance nightmare as time goes on. Servicing it's going to be difficult. Keeping it sealed up is going to be difficult, but I definitely see its place in the boating world, and I think some people are going to really enjoy this engine. And it's exciting because it's just something different. I think that's the key takeaway here is it's finally something different. And it looks like they're making some pontoon boats that'll run with it in 2023. So this year they're probably going to come out. And it looks like the cheapest model is $53,390 for it. And that's what size boat is that? I'm hoping it's at least like 22 feet. Let's see. What size is it? It's not telling me. Switch back. It is really trying to keep the length of this vessel away from me for some reason. Oh, okay, here they are. All right, so we're looking at them right here. It looks like they have a 20-foot, a 22, a 22, and a 24. Honestly, considering the pricing difference, you might as well go with the big one and go 24 feet all day, any day. That'll probably be their main seller too, is the 24-foot one, because I mean you're talking the difference of literally $1,000 from the next model down, and you're talking the difference of about $3,000 to $4,000 from their baseline model. So you might as well the best of the best. The smaller ones don't really have any purpose. In fact, I don't even know why they're bothering making them. But either way, very exciting to see these vessels. And ooh. Man, they've got some really expensive ones. How much? The XT is $135,000 for a pontoon boat. Jeez. Man, you've got to really like pontoon boats to spend that kind of money. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's almost scary. It's so expensive. All righty. So this is just an example of something I should be able to do. I hope it is working out and people like it. And of course, I will have more cameras and different perspectives in the near future to make this a little more entertaining, as they say. And so, yeah, I'm pretty excited about all of this. What is this? This is absurd. For the price I want, I mean, it must be a heck of a boat. Let's see. Oh, it looks like they offer it all the way up into a 27-foot model. For $159,000, you can get a 27-foot Tri-Tune Sea-Doo. Whew. That's quite the money. Anyway, so that's like one of the things I can do. I'm very excited about that. That's going to be a pretty big deal. So very excited over that. I just can't say it enough. I'm super excited about that. It's time for some tea. Some nice hot tea. You know, I drink coffee too. In fact, I drink coffee. I drank coffee and I drank tea. So I call it coffee tea. Just such a goofy word. All righty. Another thing, hopefully the piano comes through. I want to know if you guys can give me some feedback on it, if the piano sounds good while I play it or not. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Because I can see the audio meter definitely picks it up. And quick. Can anybody tell me, is that coming through or not? I don't know. In fact, I know the camera can't see it. That's kind of a shame. Sorry if you hear that noise outside. That's the dog. Yeah, eventually I'll get some camera angles set up a little bit better. That's the camera angle kind of supposed to be right there, so you can actually see everything I do. And yeah, that weird noise you're hearing outside, that's my dog. She's obnoxious. In fact, I'll fix that here. You are such a pest. Yes, you are. Silly dog. All righty. Yeah, she goes everywhere I do, so it's not like I can leave her behind. Piano sounds good. How about your flute? Oh, we could try that too. Let's see. Let's do a good flute, because I always do that flute. We'll do this flute. The bird's a little loose here. It should work okay though. So did that come through or not? Or let's see. Loud and clear, all lagging, but that could be me. You know, the camera I'm using right now is, unfortunately, it's the best camera. So the screen shooting software should be working, but the camera itself has some issues. Now, that will be fixed here soon. I promise you, I have cameras on the way that are wired, and they shouldn't do any of this lagging stuff that this one does. This one, unfortunately, has to go through the network. It's kind of weird how it works. But long story short, the purpose of this camera in the future will be when I'm out there and I can actually take the camera outside with me. It might be a little laggy, but at least it's hands-free, and I can still present it in this particular format. So, but at least the audio is coming through clearly, right? Good. How many instruments? Oh, yeah. Well, I play a lot of instruments. In fact, I don't even own all the instruments that I play. But I think it would be fair to say, let's try the piano and the flute at the same time. And I have a song programmed in the piano already written in the key of A, which is what this flute here is for. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my monitor to make sure everything's working. I apologize. I read you 5 by 5. Oh, perfect. Happy to hear. I'm so happy to hear that the audio is working. Like, that's such a big deal to me because I have so many issues with audio. It's not even funny. And yeah, like I said, I'm super excited. I ordered some cameras that won't have this lag issue, and they are going to be permanently mounted in here, and that's going to be really nice. So giving reference on some of the camera stuff I'm going to do, which will be really nice. I'm going to have a camera that'll be forward facing, so when I'm at the computer screen, you can see me talk like a regular vlogger would. Or video game logger or any kind of that kind of thing will be. I'll have a camera right where this one is. In fact, I've already installed the mount. And so that camera will capture this view, which is the primary view that I want to go for, because I think this wide angle is kind of nice. I think it's fun. Everybody gets to see the weird stuff going on in the background. The cat likes to come into the scene all the time because this is what me and my cat do. We hang out at the desk all the time. And then the other really cool thing is I'm going to have a camera up here mounted on the roof that looks straight down at my work area. So if I'm doing intricate tasks and I just want to hang out with everybody, I can. For instance, I'm going to be wiring up a harness this weekend to do a wiring harness for a motorcycle for a friend. And it'd be fun to just hang out with people and talk to people while I do that kind of thing. So, all right, let's try out the flute and the piano, see if they both come through. I think they will. Okay, so we hit that. Oh, I don't have a song programmed in there. Let's get one programmed in. So, record. We'll just do a really simple one. So we'll do. So throw that down real quick. Now we'll make the piano play for me automatically. Then I'm going to play the flute to it, so see if that works. Well, I think that sounded great, but I want to know, did it sound good up there? Let's see. Move the camera, move, you can't see. Oh, I think, yeah, my camera angle. Let's see, where am I sitting? That is a great point to make. Yeah, I think I was sitting too far back. I was just out of scene. I'm so sorry. You've probably seen a little bit of me. Got to sit a little closer. All righty. Music makes you feel like you're in a medieval game. You know what's funny is I play, so this particular instrument, this is a Native American passion flute. This would have actually been one of the original instruments in the North Americas played. And this is a 5-finger version. Obviously, I also play 6-finger versions as well. But I just, I can play it really traditional, make it sound very, very Native American-esque. And on the flip side, I can play it very much more traditional to my ancestries, which is not normal. Most people cannot play this in a Celtic manner. And yeah, I just can. I don't know why, but hopefully it sounds good. That's what I'm really hoping to hear. And let's see, sounds good. I thought I was play Zelda for a minute, LOL. Actually, you give me a good idea. I got a surprise for you. You'll love it because I'm a big time Zelda fan. Alrighty, so you're gonna like this. Trust me. Actually, let me do. I'll record it. All right, flute time. Flute time. So check this out. This is so exciting. I love playing music. So. Got a little off track there. played a Zelda song for you. Thought you'd get a kick out of that. All right. I want to hear Celtic. Where are you from? I thought that was Zelda. Okay, so Snowmobile 63. Where are you from? I'm from all over the place. I think I originally started out in this little teeny town called Barstow, California, and then I went to this other crazy town called, I think it was like Salt Lake City, Utah, and then I went to Bullhead, Arizona, and then I went to, gosh, I've been all over the place. Flagstaff. I spent 7 years of my life in Flagstaff. And then the last 17 years after that, I spent in Post Falls, Idaho. And then I moved down here to Big Water. So I have a little piece of property in Big Water. And Big Water's right next to Lake Powell. So I spent a lot of time in Lake Powell. And so, yeah, that's, most people know me from, being around Lake Powell, but I actually live in Big Water. So let's see. Have you ever played the pan flute? I think that's what they call it. The native people in South Africa play. I can't play the pan flute. I've tried and tried and tried. I actually had somebody give me an example. I don't know if the pan flute that I had was like not a good pan flute. That was my suspicion, because no matter what, I just could not get it to play a good tone. And that's very likely what it was. And it also was held together with yarn. Like, I'm not talking like some kind of exotic yarn. I'm talking like the cheapest red yarn you could possibly buy, yarn and hot glue. So if I got a good one, I probably could, but I don't know. I do have a cool flute you might like. Now, this is a very rare flute. Let me grab it and pull it out of its case over here. These are very uncommon, and this is actually one of the deepest pitches you can buy. Well, not even really buy. You'd have to commission this by a lot of people to get them made. I think High Winds makes one. But this is a really cool sounding flute, and I would love to know the feedback if this actually pulls out on the microphone, because I've had issues getting this to sound good on microphones because it has a very haunting, hard to explain tone. So let's see. Yeah, this flute, I was looking at the audio meter. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have an audio meter up here, and it was actually registering pretty well. So I'm hoping that went through and you could actually hear it. And let's look at the comments. Really like the sound of that flute. When is your next PAL video coming out? That is a good question. So this week, I'm still down for repairs. In fact, I had the mechanic over today, and we tinkered around a little bit on the boat. In fact, he's probably watching us right now. That's Castro up there. And yeah, so he tinkered around on it. Once that's done, I'm going to start plotting and planning. I'm hoping to haul out next week and drive the boat down to the gas station, because yeah, it's a pain in the butt to get the boat off the property and hooked up to the trailer and get the truck and everything else and drive it all the way down to the gas station. But at least get it all fueled up and ready to go, so that way I can drop it into the lake and, well, go essentially. So yeah, I'm hoping to get back onto the lake, not this week, not next week, but the week after that. I'm going to try to shoot for getting out on the lake and doing something, for crying out loud. It feels like it's been forever. But that is my ultimate goal. Now, in regards to doing some of the lesser off-road videos like I did with my mini bike, it's just been super muddy out here lately. We've had a lot of water, a lot of rain, a lot of weather, just crazy weather. And you know, my mini bike is pretty capable, but it does struggle in mud and wet sand. It just doesn't do the best, unfortunately. And it's just not safe. So I got to wait for it to dry up. But this summer, I'm hoping to get back out there. And so I'm hoping I have a video out within 3 weeks. That's my goal. And, going forward, something I'd really like to talk about when it comes down to getting videos out is that in the past, I realized something really interesting. So in the past, well, let me rewind everything up. So when I originally started doing this, I watched a lot of travel vloggers, and I watched independent journalists, and I watched how they present areas and things like that. And so what I really wanted to do was review the areas, because a lot of times these travel loggers, they would go places, but the story was about them. And I like that. I like that aspect a lot, but it always drove me nuts, because you would watch 10, 15 minutes of them, and then maybe they discuss the location for like 3, if that. They give you a couple scenic views or something like that. And when I started out doing this, I started doing the part that was missing, that I wanted. And in those travel logs, I wanted them to show the area, report on the new things happening, report on interesting things. And I wanted them to show the areas just as much as I wanted them to show their travel logging. And so when I started doing this YouTube channel, I did the missing part, the part that I wanted, and I showed the areas. I was very exclusive on showing the areas, showing the scenery, all of those kinds of things. Going forward, though, I'm going to start filling in the missing blank, or the missing pieces. And you might have noticed that on my last 2 videos, where I actually increased the video length, for one, substantially. And for one, and for two, the other thing is I'm going to cover the journey as well as the area, and do the reporting as well. So that way I can keep people kind of up to date on what's going on with Lake Powell and the places I go, because I don't exclusively go to Lake Powell. So that's kind of what I'm excited about going forward. I've already tested it in my last 2 videos that I uploaded, and it worked out really well. Unfortunately, not a lot of people watched them, and that's okay. That's just par for the course. But on the bright side, I think that the new format that I've chosen and selected is a much more fulfilling format, and I'm hoping it has more success with people in the near future. So getting out there, getting all that stuff ready has been a big challenge for me. And even that video, like, people don't realize that there was over 100-something gigs of video footage just to make 2 videos. And that's a lot. Normally my videos would only take about 16 to 20 gigs per. And yeah, it's a lot more work on my end. So going forward, yeah, I'm hoping to get out there in the next couple weeks, and I have a big format change that I think people will appreciate. All righty. Wow, somebody gave me $20. Let's see. Snowmobile 68. Here's some gas money for the boat. I'm dying to get back out there, or back down there. Yeah, I don't blame you. Lake Powell this year, let me be honest with you. I stop by the lake a lot, and I look down at it, and I check on it. And I was definitely noticing this year there was a massive lack of boats going out. It has been some crazy weather this year. Last year, I was looking over some of the photos and videos of where I was last year and all of this. And yeah, it's crazy, the difference in regards to the weather from last year to this year. This has been the stormiest winter that anybody I know out here has ever seen. And it's pretty exciting. A lot of water, a lot of snow, a lot of storms. In fact, there's a little bit of a windstorm going on outside right now. I presume if it's going on here, it's probably going on at Lake Powell as well. Big Water is very close to Lake Powell. In fact, at one point in time, Lake Powell backed all the way up to Big Water. So yeah, it's very exciting. But it has been a challenge for people to go out. So one of my colleagues and friends, his name is Scott, and he runs the Lake Powell virtual reality project. He managed to finally get out there and make a good push to record and document this whole lake. And I'm really excited for him, because he's got some great ideas going forward. And even he said, though, there was one of the days it kicked his butt pretty bad. In fact, he got stuck up at Bullfrog for a few days. This is nothing under the table information. He has all of this posted publicly. So yeah, he got stuck up at Bullfrog for a couple of days because it snowed so much. So this has been a very contrasting year to last year, but it is a trend. The last year, the weather came back a little more heavy. The year before that was very light. This year, it's even back more. The Gulf Stream and the big wind zones, they're way out of whack right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. I'm looking forward to more snow. Joe Farnsworth, I close my eyes while you're playing, and I see myself sitting in my wigwam smoking peyote. Oh my gosh, Joe. Too funny, absolutely too funny. Clint says, I am ready for some new videos. It's been a long winter. Fill up the lake. Yeah, I agree. It has been a very long winter this year. I know you've struggled through the winter too with some frozen pipes and whatnot. Fortunately, I haven't had anything freeze. It's been really nice. Although I did run out of water. That was not fun. But overall, yeah, it's been a very long winter, a very cold, daunting winter. That's another reason it's like people don't realize I don't drive my car to work. I ride my motorcycle to work, and when it's only, I think the coldest I rode to work was like 16 degrees. But when it's only like 20 or 30 degrees outside and you're riding at 2 o'clock in the morning to get to your job, that is a miserable ride, wretchedly miserable ride. I mean, by the time I get to work, I'm like a frozen popsicle on my motorcycle. Let's see. Snowmobile 68, that's great to hear. Bring on the snow. Absolutely. I am looking forward to the snow. I hate the snow, actually, to be very fair. I want the snow up in the Colorado mountains. And if I ever never saw snow in my life again, I probably wouldn't complain too much. But that's because I lived most of my life in the snow. So I think I'm a little snowed out from my previous life before I moved here. However, I'm not complaining. To be clear, I am happy it's snowing here. It saturates the sandstone. It saturates the rocks. It keeps everything wetted down. So when this lake starts filling up, it's going to fill up that much more faster. And I do believe the lake is going to go up quite a bit this year. And I'm very excited about that. Very excited about that. All right. Deborah Carpenter, or North Idaho RC. We are getting pounded with snow as I watch this and getting to almost below zero again. Oh, man. I am so sorry. Let's see. The current temperature outside is 59 degrees. It's a nice roasty and toasty 72 inside. And yeah, I will admit, we've got a lot of snow this year, a shocking amount of snow this year. And I mean, all the locals who've been here for many, many years haven't seen this kind of weather in their lives. And people who have lived here for a long time, they can't remember the last time that they've seen so much snow in this area. And it does go to show, like, every drop of water helps. It's snow here really doesn't impact our lake that much. In fact, a lot of times you can't really even measure the difference because, like 8 inches of snow, and I don't know what the actual number is, but like 8 inches of snow is equivalent to like 1 inch of water. In fact, I'm going to look that up. Let's try that. That's something I've wanted to do, and that's something I'm all about. We'll open up this right here. All righty. How much snow equals 1 inch of water? How many inches of snow is 1 inch of rain? On average, 13 inches of snow equals 1 inch of rain. So there's your answer. We would need 13 inches of snow just to raise the lake by 1 inch. I don't see it happening. But on the bright side, every drop of water helps a lot. So I'm super excited about that. All right, Clint Carpenter. And I can't wait to wakeboard once again behind your boat, house, studio, or whatever. Yeah, it's I look forward to having you on the back of the vessel and seeing the wakeboard go again. Hopefully she'll get up on plane. I am very much so hoping. If she doesn't, it's probably a compression issue. Maybe the engine is worn out or broke down, or I have bad head gaskets or something's going on. I have a feeling, though, that the engine's probably past that point with the new distributor and the new spark plugs. The only other thing it might be is that we still need to tune the carburetor for this altitude. So hopefully we get the carb tuned up, we get things going, and yeah, I'm really fingers crossed. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. I really am. Joe Farnsworth says, nice screensaver. I know. I took all of my photos and I turned them into a screensaver for the vessel, or for the computer, and it has been nothing but a delight. All of my good photos, I hand selected everything that are my favorite photos. Interesting enough, if you go to my Patreon and you subscribe to the upper class or the royalty tier of subscriptions, you can actually get access to some of these photos. You're allowed to request one, and I will send you one of my curated or favorite photos just for fun. It's just something I offer, and of course, you're welcome to it. Of course, though, Joe, if you want something, I think we're close enough. We're buddies enough. You served me steak once. I'll give you a picture if you want one. All righty, North Idaho RC Adventures. We are hoping to get out there this year sometime to see y'all. Well, that would be a lot of fun. Absolutely. I wouldn't mind that one bit. Go out there, play around, and take the boat out maybe for a nice little cruise. You know, it would be really cool, and this is what I'm hoping, is that sometime this year the water goes up enough that I can actually loop Lone Rock. That's a goal of mine, to do it again. I did it once, and I want to do it again very badly. That was one of my favorite things to do when Lone Rock had water at it, was to loop Lone Rock. Of course, there's a lot more lake than just Lone Rock, but it was just a very satisfying run that I miss being able to do. I think that I will be able to do it in the near future again. We'll see. So, Golf Attic, great to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you again as well. Absolutely. So there's something else I wanted to test. Don't judge me too harshly, but I kind of wanted to see if I can actually live stream like a video game on this. So I know some of you watching right now aren't into video games, and that's okay. One of the nice things about video games, or doing it, you know, when you play a video game like this, is that it just kind of gives you an option to relax and talk to somebody and see what they're up to. And the video game I'm going to play is this one right here. So I kind of need to know if its audio is mixing correctly and things like that are working. That's really what I want to know, because I have no idea how this is going to work. Let me know if the audio on the video game is just too loud. All righty, let me switch over to that scene thing. So this is the video game I play all the time. It's a boat video game. Actually, I'll be honest with you, I hardly ever play it because I don't have time to play it. This is a very old video game. Not a lot of people know. What water elevation is needed to boat around Lone Rock? Honestly, that is something I do not know. So I'm curious, is my video game music overdeveloping the audio? Can anybody tell me if the audio is just being absolutely destroyed by this video game? That's what I want to know. Anybody out there? God, this boat's fast. So is the audio okay? Good. So the audio isn't overwhelming. Okay, so perfect. So I can talk and play a video game at the same time. This video game is really cool. Even if you don't like video games, you might actually like this one. Basically, it's mostly ship battle. This boat I'm on right now will definitely not win any battles. Let's see. I'll load an older game where I had a bigger boat and I could win battles. Yeah, I downgraded for some reason because I just like all sorts of different boats. There's a big boat for you. That's a very, very big boat. And so hopefully I'm kind of hoping that some of this is going through. Now, this is just part of streaming. So this is just an example kind of one of the things I want to do. Not exclusively. I want to be very clear about that. I don't exclusively intend to do this kind of thing because I know a lot of people probably would not like this stuff very much. Understandably, video games aren't for everybody, and they can be very boring to watch. I get that. All right. So Snowmobile 68 says no audio. So does that mean you're not hearing any audio from the video game, or are you able to hear my audio? Engage. Oh, apparently I'm friends with the Spanish right now. Who am I at with? F2. Let's see. I'm English. I'm at war with everyone. Why is it saying I'm neutral with everyone? Weird. Let's see. I'm just going to fly the flag. Let's. Oh, I was running the wrong flag. There we go. Haha. Now I can do some damage. Attack this boat right here. No, I don't want to do that. Let's attack this one. This is a little guy. You guys are expensive. My crew demanded their wages. I can't hear it, so I'm happy. Like color instead of. Yeah, no, I agree. I just want to see if this works more than anything because, again, this session is designed to be kind of casual and to figure some stuff out. So I'm wondering, I'm looking for some feedback in regards to, is the video playback really choppy or is it coming through okay? I know that the thumbnail. It should be coming in kind of choppy because that's the camera I'm using. But in regards to the actual screen itself, the screen itself should be fairly easygoing. Let's see. Plus, I'm kind of testing the abilities of my computer as well. Let's see if I can knock this guy out. Oh, yeah, he took some damage there. This is a really big boat. This is like one of the biggest boats in the game, so it's kind of overkill. Not much is gonna win against something as big as this vessel with all of its cannons on board. Then after I'm done with this, I'll switch back to something else. I want to try another thing after this. With a nice, along with your camera. Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted to know. Thank you so much, North Idaho RC. Definitely get that to go through. All right, I'm going to exit this. And let me go ahead and switch scenes real quick up here. All right, we're going to go to the live scene, which just changes some of the boundaries. Yes, I want to review some video footage for those of you who actually stomached all of that. It's a great way that I can show footage that I didn't publish. Let me turn on the right drive. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to use the drive that's plugged in right now. I didn't organize that one super well. Alrighty. Storage drive, Steam drive. There we go. Explore with Thor videos. So Navajo Canyon. What's cool about this is I think I'm going to be able to actually show you live footage that, like I said, just in its raw format, and I can explain certain things. And if that's the case, I may actually start taking videos just to do these kinds of things and talk about those videos as I explore them with you. It's like this should just be a video of my PWC being towed. So that's all you should see in this. Yep. For some odd reason, it looks really choppy. It is choppy. My computer's struggling with this for some reason. Yeah, if it's actually choppy on my computer, and I think I know why. Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay, let me real quick. Still choppy. I'm going to have to figure that one out. Why is it choppy? I have another idea. Let me try opening it with a different program. Aha! Well, there we go. Smooth video footage. I can show you that. As you can see, that's a video of my kitty. This was during my Navajo Canyon trip, so that's what that was. It was just a clip that I took of the kitty. I don't think I actually included this in the video. How funny is that? Look at that cat. How cute is that? She's so cute. Yeah, she's right here too with me. So cool. So I will be able to show footage. I just need to use a different program. Let's see. Open with VLC. I mean, VLC is king. Let's be honest here. Nothing really compares to it, except for some odd reason, it doesn't always like to open up my audio that it really matters in this case. So that was a clip of my Sea-Doo being towed. Here's an interesting one. Okay, open with VLC. Biggest boats in Lake Powell is actually in this video. If you look, oops, I hit the wrong button. Excuse me, cat. Yeah, if you look over here, I think that is the biggest boat in Lake Powell. I'm not sure. When was that picture taken of Lone Rock? I think you're talking about one of my backgrounds. This one would have been last year sometime. I'm not sure, honestly. I'd have to go through my photo album and take a look. But no, because my photo album won't have that information anymore. I honestly don't know. I apologize. But there's always something interesting. Obviously, the clouds out here are to themselves a beautiful picture. This picture was taken only a few days ago. That's an old picture. That picture was like when I first came down here. I think that's at Thor's Landing. I took a picture of my dog running. If you know the date, you can find. Well, that picture that you seen. The water had already receded past Lone Rock, but it does give me an idea. The last time I circumnavigated Lone Rock, maybe I can figure that one out. Okay, let's open up this one, which I already have a window open of. Sorry. Getting windows to move around can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes. So let's go into my Creator Studio and let's look at my content. And I can actually look at when I posted that video from like forever ago. We're going to go to back several pages because I have 109. Yeah, a lot of them are shorts. And unfortunately, for some odd reason, YouTube updated the cell phone app so you can actually filter out the shorts, but they haven't updated the desktop app, which is ridiculous because the desktop app is like the go-to app everyone uses. So don't ask. I don't know. YouTube is a very weird entity. Something I very much so consider is just demonetizing my channel and going purely off of Patreon for those who want to support me, because I actually don't make any money off of YouTube. I haven't made any money off of YouTube in forever. And I feel like I'm just basically giving. So Lone Rock Island Beach, when was this one published? Details. Lone Rock Island Beach. Does it tell me when it was published? I know I can open it up on YouTube and YouTube will tell me. Let's see. It was published in June 21st, 2021. So if we go to Lake Powell Water Database, Quentin P. Young asks, is this still live? It should be live. Yeah. Sometimes there's some delay in regards to getting things out, but yeah, it should still be live. All right. Lake Powell Water Database. Now I need to look back a year ago. Okay. February. All right, so let's go to June. I think it was what? 21st, 2021. Let's see. So the last elevation on Monday, June 21st, 2021 was 3,600. Maybe I can do that. Oh, that might work really good if we're going to compare dates to now and then. Let's see. 2021. And then let's do today's date, which is what? I don't even know what the date is. February 23rd. Okay. 23rd. This is really cool idea, by the way, Joe. I like this a lot. It still shows me only for one. Maybe it doesn't have today's date. So what I should do is June 21st, 2021, excuse me. And then maybe I'll just do like last month. I'll just do January, and we'll go down to like what the latest date would be, like the 31st. Give it a couple weeks in 2023. Get data. Aha! There we go. Now we can actually compare what the water levels were. So the water would have to go up about 50 feet approximately. So I could loop Lone Rock again. That's just a very approximate. We figured it out. Today is the 20th. Yeah. My computer apparently is a day ahead. Sorry, Joe. Let's see. Are you sure it's the 20th? I feel like the 21st. I feel like it's Tuesday. Let's see. No, today's the 21st. But it probably only has data up until the 20th. That's what I'm guessing. So either way. So very exciting stuff. I'm super, super psyched about all of this. I can do different things. And of course, we can have some really casual meetings and talk about all sorts of interesting stuff. I can do the different scenes, which I'm very excited about. That's going to be very, very cool, especially once I get the extra cameras and the cameras that won't lag. And of course, I'll still have this camera. So when I'm actually out there, or if I'm doing something on the boat around the house, or well, realistically anywhere, I can kind of have a little bit of a remote camera to go travel around with and have some fun with, because this camera works off the Wi-Fi. I also purchased a cell phone range extender. I'm very excited about that. Let's see if I can show you that information. That would be really cool. I don't want to give away my address, so I don't know if I can do that or not, if I just show you my purchases. Oops, my eBay. I buy most of my stuff off eBay because it's where I can find it the cheapest. And yeah, I can without showing you. Well, then it would show you tracking numbers though, and I don't want people to see that information. So unfortunately, I can't really show you that if I bought. That would have been really cool though. It would have been very, very cool if I could have done that. I just understand there's some level of privacy I like to have in my life, and I don't need people knowing where I live and what I'm doing, et cetera, et cetera. Even though all the tracking numbers are going to show people where I have my packages sent, which isn't where I actually live. Can't get package services where I live. But the point being, I don't want people to be able to track what I'm buying and stuff like that. It just doesn't feel right. Doesn't seem like a smart choice. All righty. Well, does anybody have any questions for me while I'm here? I'd love to answer some more questions. I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. I didn't really go at this with a plan. just kind of went at it like a wild man. So, excuse me. Yeah, that picture that you're looking at on your screen, that is one of my favorite places. That's Star Wars Cove. That's over here in Wahweap Bay. I absolutely love that place. And if I could go anywhere right now, just for fun, the pure fun factor, that's where I would go if I could. Absolutely. Yeah, this is super, super exciting. Anything else I want to try while I have you here? I would like to try something. I'm just trying to think of that. I don't have any audio files. I was thinking about maybe trying to see. Well, yes, I do. I do have some audio files. So episode 18, Navajo Canyon. All right. File that I used. Here's the music file I was using. What I want to see is if I adjust the actual audio output, if I can actually play music. So that's my next goal. I want to experiment with that real quick. Let's see if that works. So hopefully you're able to hear the music through that. That was just kind of a test audio. So if I could get some feedback on that, that would be absolutely wonderful. But regardless, because the thing is YouTube is supposed to give me an audio meter. And for some odd reason, the audio meter on my software that I'm using up here is working, but the audio meter on YouTube has not moved one bit. I have no idea what that's about. So that's kind of why I need some audience feedback on that one. I apologize. But yeah, I think it's working. So I love this song. It's just a weird techno song. It's a weird one. Anybody got any questions before I sign out for the night? Anybody got anything before I let you go? I love my boat. Love taking pictures of my boat. In fact, the next video, if you look really closely, you might see some upgrades on the boat. I have been working feverishly hard on this thing to get her where I've wanted her to be for a very long time. Like, for instance, I installed a second CB antenna, and you will see a third antenna in the near future. All for radio communications. In fact, one of the ways I actually learn about a lot of things happening on Lake Powell is I can pick up a huge majority of the conversation of Lake Powell out here in Big Water. Not everything, but occasionally I can pick up as far as Antelope Point Marina, which is impressive. I don't know how or why. Maybe the grounding plane in this vessel works really well, but sometimes I can. Oh gosh, Clinton knows where I live. All right, good to know that it's lagging a little bit on the audio. I'll have to keep that in mind going forward. Hopefully the vocals are coming through. It sounds like that's working okay according to other people, but the rest of it isn't. So does anybody have any questions before I go? You have anything you want to ask me? Should I play the piano? Should I play an exit song for everybody just for fun? I'll play one just for fun. I think after that, I'm going to call it quits. Do you have any suggestions too? I'd love to hear any suggestions that you might have. See what you have to say. A little bit, like I said, it's not really angling the way I want it to, but it will be corrected here in the future. So I'm just waiting on that equipment. It's coming around the bend. All right, we'll keep it short, sweet, and easy. Read the comments real quick. All right. Clint Carpenter, I know where you live. Ha. Scary. You're a weirdo. Anyway, Joe, just ordered you a pan flute going to Deborah's house. Happy birthday. Well, thank you, Joe. I'll definitely try to learn how to play it. Yeah, the last one I had was just really frustrating. It didn't work. Now, I will tell you the instrument I want extremely bad, and one day when I have some extra income, which hopefully happens soon because I've been on a pretty scrappy budget, I want to get an instrument called a hurdy-gurdy really, really bad. Hurdy-gurdies are like the coolest thing ever. So yeah, that's something I want to get. I could totally see me playing the hurdy-gurdy, the Native American flute. Believe it or not, I actually do play Celtic instruments. I have the Irish tin whistle. I don't play this one a lot though. Gosh, what's that? I'll play a really Celtic song on it. Here, I'll play this before I go. How's it go? Irish marching song. Get a kick out of that. I thought you would. Anyways, George Castro, later, buddy. Good hanging. Hey, you have a blessed one, George. It was fun seeing you. North Idaho RC Adventures. Do you plan to add any of your music for purchase? I don't really know how I would work that out, if you want to know the honest truth. I do have some of my music up on my YouTube channel, like the Song of the Dirty, which is piano and flute. I also have the Song of the Sand King, which is almost purely flute with a little bit of synthesizer. The Song of the Sand King, though, you do have to listen to kind of on a better audio system because I didn't do a lot of compression work with it. And because of that, it doesn't resonate on most audio systems. The bass is just too low. They can't collect it. I had another song I thought I had up there, but gosh, it's been so long since I reviewed any of my music, but I don't really know how I do that. Ultimately, maybe one day I will create an album. But for now, I just don't know. So, hey, everybody. I appreciated you checking in. I appreciate the feedback. I'll try to work on some of those audio issues. I'll do some more testing on that in my own time. And hopefully we can have more hangouts just like this and in the near future. I'm also hoping that people will find some other interesting hangout sessions. What I'm going to do in the future for these hangout sessions is I'm going to pick a subject. Like a subject I'd love to talk about is electric boating. I think that'd be a real fun subject to talk about. I'd also like to talk about some historical subjects in the near future too. I'm not super well versed in the history around here, but like a really fascinating one that I found out recently was there was a whole resort at the intersection when you turn into Wahweap Marina. There was a whole resort right there. It's gone. So, talking about some of that and showing some of the photos of that and some of the history of this area would be a really fun subject to cover as well. And then, of course, I might do some more mini bike related things or I should say mini bike motorcycle related content as well. There's a big interest in mini bikes, and my motorcycle is pretty unique in the fact it's one of the very few mini bikes that is basically 50 states street legal. That's very rare. And a lot of people have a lot of questions about that. Now, I might tune that content to those communities, so I may not throw it up on my general YouTube watch video. But the point being is, I think I might diverse my content a little on that end because a lot of people like that. So any more comments before I go? Clint Carpenter, where is your violin? I have no idea. I had a violin. I'm not good at violin. So I don't know. Either way, you folks have a blessed one. So until next time, this is Thor, signing out.